What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back to my banner review series for Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm going to be taking a look at this year's Christmas banner, which features Christmas Eirika, Christmas Ephraim, and Christmas Fae, and these are the topics I'm going to be talking about in this video, so let us begin.
Find peace this eve.
Christmas Eirika has got a lot of novelty, being the only armored healer in the game, and she's the first one, so a lot of people are going to be summoning for her just because of that. And because she's an armor unit, she has got increased BST and she's got much better bulk than any other healer. She also has the highest base attack for a healer in the game at base 36, but she's really slow, so even though she's got good bulk, she can easily get one-round KO'd by a lot of units if she gets doubled. But you can easily run something like Weary Fighter because she's an armor unit, and because of her mixed bulk, you can easily run something like a close counter build, and she's one of the best healers to give close counter to because of her mixed bulk. She comes with Joyous Lantern Plus. This is a new weapon, and it really does not do anything for her in combat, but it is a support weapon. So this gives plus 5 defense and plus 5 resistance to an ally who has got the highest attack for one turn, and this excludes Eirika herself. So it only factors in the visible attack of your ally. It doesn't really take in stuff like drive attacks per attack or anything like that. And if you've got multiple allies with the same attack, then all of them will get this buff. For example, if you've got 3 allies with same attack at 53 and you've got a Joyous Lantern user, then all of these 3 allies who have got 53 attack will be getting this buff, and that is really fantastic. So you can try to optimize your team to make it so that all of them have got the same attack, so you can get the most out of that Joyous Lantern user. And she comes with Restore Plus, which is really good for Ether Raids and for Arena, and it's quite relevant because shield skills and ploy skills are super common, and she's got Heavenly Light, which is not really all that special, and Dazzling Staff is her slot B skill, which is absolutely perfect because it's not really all that easy to get, and you can easily refine her weapon for Wrathful Refine and just have this skill on slot B. And her slot C skill is a new skill called Attack Opening. I guess these are the new line of skills that we're going to be getting, and it's really synergetic with Eirika's Joyous Lantern Plus, and it's a global buff, so if your ally is anywhere on the map, they'll be getting this attack opening buff, unlike something like Attack Tactic or Hone Attack, but it's really worth it. Only on Eirika in my opinion with Joyous Lantern because she's got that. So attack opening is super nice with Joyous Lantern Plus, making Eirika into a nice support bot, but on its own, attack opening is definitely a hit or miss skill. Overall, she's a fantastic healer with good base attack and pretty nice mixed bulk, so she can run close counter really well, and she's definitely the price of this banner. But if you get multiple copies of her, you could fodder off for Joyous Lantern Plus or Attack Opening. Dazzling Staff is present on other units and on Maribel, who's in the normal summoning pool, so Attack Opening and Joyous Lantern can be the skills you can fodder off for, but both of these skills are really flexible. It really depends on your team and what kind of support unit you want to give these skills to.
I will pray.
Her first build is a budget build. All you have to do is run attack plus 3, and because she has got Dazzling Staff, you can utilize armored boots to increase her mobility because she will not be taking any sort of counter attacks, and you can just refine her staff with Wrathful Refine, and you can also run something like Martyr Plus if you want to, because that can help you get back into the armored boots range, so that can be done. But overall, this is a nice support build and it's quite cheap too. You can do the same even if you replace her weapon with something like Gravity Plus or Pain Plus. It's really up to you if you want that support or not. Her second build has got Close Counter and Absorb Plus, so she can pretty much become a Nosferatu tank, and no other healer in the game has got access to Weary Fighter, so she will not get doubled, and she can self-sustain herself with the help of Absorb Plus. But the problem with this build is that she's not really having a lot of attack because Absorb Plus has got pretty low might of 7, which is quite abysmal, and she's also letting go of her supportive role with her base kit with Joyous Lantern Plus and Attack Opening. But I guess this can be a pretty nice build for Ether Raid's defense. You can just stall your opponents with this build, and with even defense wave and attack defense bonds, you can easily have 41 defense, which is a lot for a healer that is going to be healing herself. So this can be a pretty annoying build to deal with. It's not really too insane in power, but it can definitely be annoying, and that's pretty much the appeal of it. And you can also run Absorb Plus, Close Counter, and Vengeful Fighter. So you can basically charge up your Miracle in a single round with Vengeful Fighter and also get more damage on your opponent. But the problem is that due to lack of Weary Fighter, she can easily get doubled and lose many matchups. And her fourth build has got Pain Plus and Vantage. Eirika has got the highest base attack in the game for a healer and pretty nice mixed bulk, so you can run Close Counter and Vantage, and Double Savage Blow will give you a lot of splash damage, and that can be really helpful in getting those Vantage kills. And remember that Pain Plus can do splash damage even in the enemy phase while she's killing someone with Vantage, so this build becomes really powerful because of her attack. And this build can be nice for ether raids. For example, in defense, you can just have something like a Bolt Trap level 2 near Eirika, and as soon as the enemy steps on that, she will be falling into the Vantage range. And you can also have something like Pain Tower to increase the splash damage and just make it pretty easy for your Eirika to get those kills. And just pray that your opponent is not carrying a Razzle Dazzle healer himself to break through your Eirika. And on offense, you can just have Eirika smite it into the enemy range, do the splash damage, and hopefully get those kills with Vantage. If the enemy does not have a lot of HP, she's gonna be a bonus unit in the next season of ether raids, and if you do have her, you could definitely try to do that.
I got you something!
Winter Ephraim is a Lance Armor unit with the highest base attack in the game as of yet at 41 base attack. Just how murderous can Ephraim get when it comes to Christmas? It's insane how much attack he has got, on top of the skills which give him even more attack. He has got pretty low speed, which is to be expected, pretty nice defense, and actually pretty good resistance for an armor unit. You can easily run distant counter on him. He has got 174 BST with his super boon and attack, just in case if you're missing any kind of attack, you know, if you're trying to get some more kills, you can have that super boon and attack. He definitely deserves that super boon and attack. I'm not gonna say anything else. He also has a super bane and resistance, so if you want to have that 175 BST, you will have to try to go with something like minus HP or minus speed IV and have plus attack as your super boon. He comes with Festive Segment even in a Christmas form, so he's really taking a page out of Hector's book, it seems like. And it does give him -1 special cooldown, which is useful, and it also gives him +4 to all of his stats if he's not adjacent to his allies. So just playing up with Ephraim's character. But being an armor unit, if you do not have access to something like armor boots or armor march, this can be tough, but it's not really all that hard if you've got those skills. You can still get the buffs like ward armor and drive attack, even though you're just one space away. So it's definitely not the hardest to trigger, but on an armor unit it can definitely be awkward. He does have Dragon Fang, which is a 3-turn cooldown special with Festive Segment, and he can hit insanely hard with his high attack. His Festive Segment and attack defense solo give him +10 defense and +10 attack. So Ephraim can be so tanky and so brutal. Attack's defense solo is a new skill and does go well on someone like Ephraim. And you just need to be not near an ally, once again, just like Festive Segment, so it does have pretty good synergy. And he also has Bullfighter as a premium option for his slot B. He can be insanely powerful with that, and Close Guard as his slot C skill. Overall, Ephraim is a very powerful Lance Armor unit with insane attack, and he definitely blows Effie and Harden out of the water for sure, but he still gets the competition from his good friend Hector, the Brave Hector version that is, and Brave Hector does have Malted, and in my opinion, Brave Hector is still better than Ephraim because of Malted and the fact that you've got pretty much quick riposte built into that, and you also have Austin counter on Hector that does give him +4 attack and +4 defense while giving him the distant counter effect. So in my opinion, Brave Hector is still the best Lance Armor unit, but Winter Ephraim is a very powerful and insane attack armor unit. If you get multiple copies of Ephraim, you could definitely fodder him off for attack defense solo. Bullfighter is definitely present on a lot more units, and attack defense solo is the rare skill, so you could give this to Legendary Ephraim. That can be really useful for ether raids in general, for getting that Gale Force build, and it goes perfectly well with Flame Segment's effect. You can also do the same with Wallheart and give him that, and you can also give these solo skills to healers, so someone like a cavalry healer can get the skill, and they'll basically get a death blow pretty much. The defense is not going to be useful on most of the healers, but the attack is definitely the most important part.
I'll take it all!
Ephraim has got a really premium and synergetic base kit, so all you need to do is give him Quick Riposte Sacred Seal, make a nice mixed phase build on him, and just give him swap, and that's pretty much it. The second build has got Gale Force, and it is a 4-turn cooldown special because of Festive Segment, and with Bullfighter he can easily charge that up in a single round. And Armor Boots is definitely really amazing with attack defense solo and Festive Segment for completing their requirements. And this can be a really nice build and a powerful build, especially in something like Ether Raids. You can just put him on your defense team and try to catch your opponent off guard with armored boots on turn 1, because the danger zone is not going to be showing them the range of the armored boots when it activates. So just keep him behind some kind of obstacle and have them break that obstacle so that you can catch them with armored boots and just get like 2 easy kills on them, and that can definitely reduce the lift loss even if you lose. And on offense, you can easily smite him into the range of enemy, get the 2 kills with Gale Force, and just go from there. Can be really nice with that, but the problem is that he doesn't really have a very strong enemy face with this build. His third build has got Distant Counter, he does have 33 resistance with Festive Segment, and you can run a mixed phase set on him. And his final build has got Special Fighter, so Special Fighter can make you instantly retaliate back with something like Bonfire, because it is going to be a 2-turn cooldown special, and you can run Quick Riposte and Sacred Seal to get those guaranteed follow-ups. It also gives him the guard effect, which is useful for longevity, and you can also run Ether in place of Bonfire because it can be triggered in a single round of combat, but it's definitely a very expensive build.
Festivals are the festivals!
Fae is a green armored dragon with 180 BST, and she's got insane resistance and pretty low defense for an armor unit, that to a armored dragon at base 33, but still can be improved by refining her weapon and with her default weapon giving her more defense. And she has got pretty decent base attack of 35, and overall she can be a pretty bulky unit, and she comes with Glittering Breath, which goes with her playstyle of increasing more defense. And you can just stack up more defense and resistance on her by having allies within 2 spaces, and that way she can be a really immovable tank in the enemy phase. And Luna is her special, which is not really all that good because you can run Glacies to get even more damage out of her with Vengeful Fighters, so Luna is not really the best one. And she comes with a new skill, Defense Res Bond, which is definitely pretty late to the party because it is definitely outclassed by something like Fortress Defense Res from Cliff, because you get +6 defense and +6 res with that skill and only -2 attack, and that buff is in both phases and the condition isn't really all that strict. So it does get outclassed in that regard, but still it's a decent skill on someone like Fae with her weapon. She comes with Vengeful Fighter, she's a really nice tank, and Vengeful Fighter and Glacies can give you a lot of damage. And finally she comes with Armor March, which is definitely nice. Overall, even though Fae is an armored dragon with 180 BST, she's not really all that impressive if you compare her to other armored dragons, because all of them have got a legendary weapon and she does not, and this means that she will be scoring less in arena compared to them. And because Grima has got a legendary weapon, and if you get a super boon of attack on him, then he can score as much as Fae, who has got 180 BSTs. Male Grima is already a green armored dragon present in the game for many months, and he definitely gives a very tough competition to Fae because he's extremely threatening because of having really high base attack, so he can kill in both phases really easily. Fae on the other hand is a more tanky dragon. She can definitely stack up defense with her Glittering Breath and defense respawn and stuff like that, but Grima just does a much better job with Exploration, which has got Distant Counter built into that and also has insane attack. So Fae definitely faces some harsh competition, and if you get multiple copies of Fae, you can try to fight her off for Glittering Breath Plus. It can be used on many dragons if you want to make them for the enemy phase build and just have a lot of defense and res stacked up on them. Or you could give a defense res bond to some other unit, but honestly, as I said, it does get outclassed by Fortress Defense Res, and you can also run something like Close Defense or Distant Defense from Heroic Rails units, but I guess if you do not really have access to those skills, you can fight her off for defense res bond.
So sparkly!
These winter units are really optimized with synergetic base kits, so there's really not much you have to do. You can refine her breath with defense refine, it's perfect for her, and you can have attack defense bond as a sacred seal. It goes really well with her slotty skill, and run Glacies over Luna. It's the best special for her pretty much. And her second build has got Lightning Breath Plus, and you can utilize her magical bulk fully with Lightning Breath. And for the final verdict on this banner, I think that's definitely passable because the units can be replaced by other units in the summoning pool. For example, Fae does get outclassed by male Grima as a green armored dragon, so if you have him already, there's really not much reason for you to summon her unless you really like her. As for Ephraim, while he's really insane, so if you've got a Brave Hector with good IVs, you can definitely try to pass on Brave Ephraim. And Winter Eirika, while being a pretty unique unit, I don't really think you should impulsively spend on this banner just as of yet, because we still have to see the legendary banner, and these units are going to be coming out next month. And because this banner lasts for an entire month, you can definitely wait and scout for the units on the other banners and then try to make a decision for this banner. So that's pretty much going to be it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.